Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to Live Stream Tuesday. This is the time of the week when I go live and just see who's online, if anybody, and I've got it all set up so I can see John B. Hi, thanks for tuning in. First comment of the night. Last week the stream went a bit wrong and it just cut out, so I've gone very 1990s today, and I've actually got a wired connection to the internet, so hopefully it will make it a little bit more reliable and it won't cut out. But let me know if it's working and all that kind of stuff, because hopefully it should, fingers crossed. But anyway, thanks guys for tuning in, and we've got Stu in the house, and Bruce and Emily and Sterling and Lynn as well, so thank you guys for tuning in and for watching. I'm going to try and make this show tonight a little bit rapid, just because I want to do an analysis video tonight as well and get that on YouTube. But this is basically going to be what I meant to do last week, but it didn't quite work, so I'm just going to be putting in the show just a cover, couple of riffs as well, because last week's riff obviously didn't go out, and then just one of my own songs with a lyric video for that. But without further ado, I'm going to get the first cover song on, which is what I meant to play on YouTube last week, and I released it on YouTube last week as well, and this is The Boys Are Back in Town. While the videos play, I can still see everyone's comments because I've got a screen on the right hand side here, so yeah, keep commenting when the videos go and I'll be able to see what you guys are all talking about. But I'm going to play this now. I hope you guys like it. This is my version of The Boys Are Back in Town. Rock! Phil here. I'd like to say a massive thank you to you for watching my cover of Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy, of course. Thank you for the suggestion in the first place. The name's running up the screen here on my patrons, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to you guys for your support, making videos like this possible, and also making the videos I do every day on YouTube possible as well. So a massive thank you to you guys. It's really appreciated a lot. If you want to get involved yourself, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and if I don't see you over there, then I will see you guys at the next video. Rock! So that was my cover. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I've done another cover since then. That's out over on Patreon, and that was In My Dreams by Dokken. So that's the offering for this month, and that will be out on YouTube next month. So you can hold on to hear that on YouTube next month, or you can go over to Patreon and join my patrons and listen to that literally now. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and for watching. That cover is probably one of the trickiest ones I've done so far, just because of Phil's great, not me, but Phil Lynott's great vocal. It's so cool, and kind of his throwaway lines are so cool, and it's really difficult to do a decent version of that tune. But you know, and his bass playing as well. Really cool bass lines going on there whilst he's singing at the same time. So yeah, really cool stuff from Phil back in the day. You can't beat a bit of Thin Lizzy. But I'm going to be moving on to the riff of the week, which comes out on Sundays, and we're going to start with the riff from a couple of weeks ago, because last week this live stream didn't work. So I'm going to play the riff that was for a couple of weeks ago, and then we'll be playing the riff from this week, which I purposely put a slightly more difficult one on, because lots of people were saying that they're too easy. So I kind of brought one up from the past that people struggled with, and everyone struggled with it again. So I'm going to play the riff of the week now, and this is for a couple of weeks ago. So once you've heard this, comment, and the first one to comment wins it, and the only prize you get really is just to be smug and have a smug face that you managed to beat everybody else to it. But this is Riff of the Week number 88, and this is from a couple of weeks ago. And that was the riff of the week, and just looking down the list, I was looking on the right hand side there. Marvin Klein was the first person to name the track. Some people said Van Halen, but you got to get the name of the track because it could be any Van Halen track. So congratulations. It was Marvin, did I just say? I think it was. I'm just going to have a quick scroll up just to make sure that I got that right. Yes, it was Marvin. So well done, Marvin, for getting the riff of the week. I'm going to follow it up now with the riff of the week for this week, which was a little bit trickier, and I think maybe some of the people know what it was already, but I'm going to quickly play it and then we'll see if anyone can get it, because it's a bit of a tricky one. There we go, that was the riff of the week from Sunday. So I'm gonna look down the list now. This was a really tricky one. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to get it. A lot of people thought it was Boston, but let me just tell you straight away that it's not Boston. So Billy literally commented, as I said, it wasn't Boston, coming in with Boston. Miles says Boston as well. It's not Boston, unfortunately. It's one of those ones that does sound like Boston, but it's not Boston. This is actually a tune that I used to play in a cover band God, I must have been like 18 or 19, but it's one of those tracks that it seems to make it into a lot of cover band stuff, especially here in the UK, maybe not so much over in the USA, but certainly this is a little bit more difficult. I'm going to let this one just simmer for a while to see if anybody actually guesses it. If nobody gets it, then I will just say at the end what it is. Or if you're really quick, you could hover it over to the video that I did on Sunday and scroll down, because you might find the answer in there. The only problem is now with these riffs of the week, there are so many comments that once somebody gets it, the comment then gets shifted down the page and nobody can see the right answer, and everyone then tries to put their answers in. And this one was a little bit tricky, so there's lots of wrong ones and wrong guesses, but I'm just going to maybe give you a hint. Gibson Les Paul says, give us a hint. I'm going to tell you that you'll probably get it after this, but that it's a Gary Moore track. So Gary Moore, that's the hint. I've given you the artist, so now you have to try and figure out what the name of the tune is. But I'm just going to stick on one of my original tracks now. It's just going to be a lyric video, so you guys can kind of listen to it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and you can read the lyrics as well. Whilst thinking about that riff of the week, Gary Moore is the artist, and see if anyone can guess it after this original song. So this one's called Percy Johnson, one of my own tunes, and I hope you guys like it. Rock!
Beyond London
So that was my song called Percy Johnson, and I hope you guys liked that one. A bit of high octane rock, hard rock, a little bit of kind of cheeky metal in there as well. But yeah, that was a track from my album called Persistence, which is available on my website, wingsofpegasus.com/store, if you want to go straight to the CD. But thank you guys for tuning in and for watching this and for commenting. Oh, just before I finish, I just had a quick bit of cool news from last night. On my analysis videos that I did one of Uli John Roth. And Uli actually contacted me last night about my analysis videos, and his one in particular as well, which of course he liked, which is great. And it kind of blows my mind to think that Uli would even watch the videos that I do. And yeah, it's obviously getting out there somehow. So it's really great for me to kind of get that feedback from such a legend on the guitar. And also the fact that he likes what I'm saying about these people. So yeah, massive shout out to Uli. Thanks to Uli for contacting me and spending the time to write me a message. Another thing on the whole kind of YouTube thing, when I first started out, and still to this day, I answer every single YouTube comment. Nowadays, it's getting really difficult. I think I'm spending about 6 hours a day, as well as my job, well, obviously doing the analysis videos, but responding to comments as well. So I think maybe in the future, it's kind of getting to that break point where I'm kind of doing a job and then I come home and until kind of, well, 4:30 in the morning, I'm kind of answering everyone's comments. So I might have to lighten up on the comments a little bit and just kind of answer as many as I can, just because I literally haven't got the hours in the day to respond to everyone. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching the videos and commenting. But I do read everyone. I do read every comment, and I'll try and, as I said, reply to as many as possible. I didn't really expect this many people to be watching, and for kind of guitar guys that I really look up to be contacting me and getting in touch as well. We had Rudy Sarzo as well, he got in touch. So really cool stuff. Neil Sean as well is another one. He's contacted me on Twitter a while ago. So yeah, we're getting a really cool audience, and thank you guys for tuning in and for watching and for commenting, because without your comments and without your views, these videos wouldn't spread around and more people wouldn't be watching it. And also the great thing is that if I ever get a comment, sometimes you get trolls that kind of come on, not too frequently. It's actually, I'm quite lucky, I think, but occasionally I'll get a troll that comes on that says, you know, who are you and who cares about your opinion? Now I can say that actually some pretty big guitarists has been in touch to say that they watch it and that they like what I'm saying. So as long as Uli likes what I'm saying, I think that's pretty much the bar. If somebody else comes on and says, oh, I don't care what you have to say, it's like, well, Uli thinks I'm saying some interesting stuff, so that's where the bar is. I don't really care anyone else after that. So, but thank you guys for tuning in and for your kind words on the videos as well, and for your suggestions as well. This is how these videos work, the analysis videos. I just take your suggestions, literally write down every one, and just work my way through the list. So I get to cover some really great guitarists, and you know, some of the really big names who have been and gone, unfortunately, as well. But also people still around. You know, Derek Trucks, for example, he was last night. What an amazing slide player he is. But I don't want this one to turn into an analysis video, because I'll just start talking for ages and ages. I just want to keep this as a quick kind of live stream, just to see who's in the house. Yeah, Sterling says you're up to like 9,000 plus. So yeah, we're over 9,000 subscribers now. So closing in on 10,000. So maybe I'll hit that mark at some point, I don't know. For me, it's just a case of doing videos every night and hope that people enjoy them, because I enjoy doing them, and you know, and I enjoy looking at great guitarists. That's how I like to spend my time, as well as kind of teaching, of course, and playing myself and practicing as much as I can. But it's always great to look at some amazing guitarists and kind of try and break down what they're doing, because there's always a reason that some guitarists are seen as greats and some others are just good. you know, and it's great to see those little differences that make guitarists great, especially on last night's video with Derek and his playing. It's just that emotion that kind of hits you when somebody's playing, that you don't see it as loads of techniques, you just see it as a musical piece, and you see it as just emotion coming out of the guitar, and that's what all the great guitarists have. But anyway, I'm going to call this to a close now, just because I want to do another video before I then start to answer the comments from last night's videos, or last night's video. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll just have a quick look down the list. We've got Mike and Sterling, and Gibson, Les Paul as well, and Harry Cat, Sweet Sally, Joe R, R2 Ledger, and John B, and thanks guys so much. I don't want to kind of just sit here saying names, but thank you so much guys for tuning in and for commenting, and therefore making the videos more popular. And I think YouTube just kind of throws them out there, and you know, it's like throwing a line out. Some people kind of hook on, and it seems like I'm getting some subscribers every day, which is great, and it's really great for you guys to kind of comment and spend time on my channel, so thank you a lot. And finally, just a massive thank you to my patrons as well, because without them this wouldn't be possible. I've managed to save up a little bit of a kitty from their support, which actually allowed me to buy this camera and mic and everything in the first place, so it wouldn't be happening without them. So a massive thank you to you guys, my patrons, and they can be seen at the end of this video, their names, and also at the beginning of the video they come up as these sponsors. But thank you guys so much for commenting, for subscribing, and I will see you guys at the next analysis video. But I'll also see you next week, next Tuesday, same time, same place. It's going to be 12 AM, so a little bit late here, but 12 AM Greenwich Mean Time. So you can work out whatever that is in your country. I'm not sure what it is, wherever you guys are. But I'm going to say good night now, and I'm going to get cracking on with an analysis video and start doing that and get it out to you, hopefully within the next hour. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. Rock!